Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kelley's Landing, Lexington's first public river park. No kidding. This has been a labor of love. So we are planning to open this fall, and I know that there are people all over town who cannot wait to put their kayak or their canoe in this water. We're here today to do an official groundbreaking, and I have some special guests I want to introduce. First, I want to recognize our council members who are here. Kathy Ploman represents this area. And then other council members joining us are Vice Mayor Wu. Okay, I think many of them are over here. Vice Mayor Wu, Council Member at Large James Brown, Councilmember Shayla Lynch, Councilmember Whitney Baxter, and Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds. Next, it is my honor to introduce the members of the Kelley family who are here today. So when I call your name, maybe just either wave or stand up. First of all, Deborah Kelley. Sarah Kelley Cravens. Randy Cravens. And Cora Cravens. Elizabeth Kelley Sexton. Martha Kelley Wright. And Donald Pearson. And Sydney Adams. Thank all of you for being here on this very special day. I know that John Kelley is here in spirit, and he loved this riverside property, these 30 acres, and we've honored him by naming this park Kelley's Landing. We are also joined today by Noah Gemelli, who's representing the Fund for Greater Lexington. The Fund for Greater Lexington is an endowed fund at Bluegrass Community Foundation. Well, let's see, I also want to welcome Lisa Adkins. Where are you, Lisa? Okay. Who leads Bluegrass Community Foundation. And I saw Scott Fitzpatrick here, who's vice president of that organization. And finally, Monica Conrad, our Director of Parks and Recreation, is here, as well as my Commissioner of General Services, Chris Ford. Where'd you go, Chris? Today is a really great day in Lexington, and the weather cooperated beautifully. It's definitely one of the most exciting days during my 5.5 years as mayor. I began working on this project my first day in office, in the mayor's office, and I am thrilled that it's finally happening. Monica Conrad and I started conversation, which led to negotiations with the Kelley family in 2019, my first year. Deborah will remember some of those meetings and some of those trips out here. Our progress was slowed by the pandemic, but we announced the sale in the spring of 2022. And since then, we've been working on site preparation. And one of the great things about this that I want to mention is that this land was purchased using the Parks Acquisition Fund, which is money which developers pay when they develop properties. So then they pay some into the acquisition fund. Kelley's Landing will provide new opportunities for recreation in Lexington. There will be walking trails, and those who love kayaks and canoes will have a place to get onto the Kentucky River and travel 12 miles from lock to lock. This will be the only public access to the river in Fayette County. Now, Councilmember Kathy Floman is here also to welcome us to the 12th District, which she represents, and to discuss her support for this project. Councilmember Floman.
I am so excited about this project being in the 12th District. Thank you, Mayor Gordon. Thank you, Fund for Greater Lexington, our Parks and Recreation team, and of course the Kelley family for the acquisition and making today's groundbreaking a reality. I want to share a quick story with you that illustrates what goes around comes around. Years ago, and I stress years ago, my then boyfriend and now my husband and a couple of his fraternity brothers purchased a small runabout. I don't know why I said runabout, because it seldom ran. And they docked the boat here at this dock that Kelley's owned. I spent many hours in the same place waiting for them to get the boat running, which it probably did maybe one time. Actually sitting in the same spot today, taking in the same beautiful view of the river and its shoreline is a very fond memory. In the end of that other story, the roundabout eventually sank here and had to be pulled out. It was a total loss. But that, no, it was a long time ago, but it did. But that is the memory of the past, and today is a milestone for the future. Kelley's Landing is an exciting and most unique addition for our city and our region. And as I said at the beginning, the 12th District, I'm thrilled. I can visualize what this park area will look like soon, with families enjoying the view shed, using their kayaks, canoes, and enjoying this river and the shoreline. We have a wonderful park system, and this is the icing on the cake. So I hope to see all of you down here in the future, and we can say that we're all rolling on the river. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Now, let's see, next up, I want to ask Noah Janelli, who represents the Fund for Greater Lexington, to make a few comments about her perspective on this park. The fund is investing $150,000 in a master plan for this property. The Fund for Greater Lexington's investment will allow us to open the park sooner with a great plan in place to match our community's needs. So Noah, welcome to the podium.
Lexington to realize its full potential, we as a community must think and dream big, and that's exactly what we, the board of the Fund for Greater Lexington, aims to do. Our mission is to identify and incubate projects that have the potential to change the trajectory of this city and improve the quality of life for all in our community. Not just for this generation, but for generations to come. To achieve this goal, the Fund for Greater Lexington is working to find opportunities across our community under 5 pillars: housing, transportation, arts and culture, youth, and green spaces. The Fund for Greater Lexington is building a permanent endowment housed at the Bluegrass Community Foundation to invest in the best ideas and most unique opportunities within these areas, and to do the very hard work, which is often in short supply, of taking an idea and turning it into reality. We do this by conducting research, commissioning studies, facilitating engagement and collaboration, and forming strategic and visionary partnerships. One of the first projects that the Fund for Greater Lexington has undertaken is a master plan for Kelley's Landing. Working with the Lexington Parks Department, Director Conrad and her whole team, we want to see Kelley's Landing become a state-of-the-art, first of its kind Kentucky River Park for the residents of Fayette County. This fully imagined, community-informed natural areas river park will not only be stunning, but will also provide exceptional recreational and educational experiences. It will give our residents an opportunity to commune with our history and engage with an ecosystem 450 million years in the making, all at our own public access point along the 100-mile Kentucky River Palisades. The residents of Lexington will have what many cities take for granted, a riverfront park. To support this vision, we are so thrilled to announce today that the Fund for Greater Lexington, in collaboration with the Parks Department, has hired Gresham Smith, an experienced and well-respected design firm, to create Kelley's Landing Master Plan. Gresham Smith, you're here today. Thank you. At the heart of the master plan will be an extensive and inclusive public engagement process, which will serve as the basis for the park's design. Our goal is that through this important community engagement process, Kelley's Landing meets the needs of all of our community's residents. This is just one of the first two projects that the Fund for Greater Lexington has undertaken. And with the financial support and engagement of the community, we anticipate many, many more projects in the future. So congratulations to everyone who has worked so hard to get us to this point. We couldn't be more excited about working with you in the months and years to come, and to see Kelley's Landing become a fully imagined riverfront park for the residents of Lexington.
Thank you very much, Noah. Finally, I want to introduce Monica Conrad, who's joined us to talk about the importance of the master plan and to discuss the exciting additional recreational opportunities here in Lexington. Welcome.
Good afternoon. The 2018 Parks Master Plan set forth goals to create great spaces, great experiences, and stewardship while collaborating with partners. Together with the Fund for Greater Lexington, we'll be engaging the community to transform 30 acres of natural space here at Kelley's Landing. The master plan here will be a guiding document for future development. The park will have a natural areas designation, including a mission to preserve the beauty of the region, highlighting important historical features and cultural connections, and providing opportunities for visitors seeking outdoor adventure. We will also explore educational opportunities, watershed and water quality education, curriculum-based environmental education programs, and learning about the landforms, geology, and the towering limestone cliffs of the Kentucky River Palisades. Adventure programming, as I mentioned, that education will also be a key component of our work here at Kelley's Landing. Our day would not be complete without recognizing the Kelley family. John Kelley's grandparents purchased this property 100 years ago this year. That's a milestone that we will continue to recognize and really appreciate them entrusting this land to Lexington Parks and Recreation. We all know parks are essential to the physical, social, environmental, and economic health of cities. Mayor Gorton and Councilmember Coleman, thank you for your vision in providing this space to our residents. Noah and the Fund for Greater Lexington, thank you for taking on this park and this project. Mary Quinn Raymer and Visit Lex, we know Kelley's Landing will be a tourist destination for our city and appreciate your advocacy. Together, we will create a transformative park for Lexington. We have several Parks Board members with us today, and I want to thank them for always supporting our efforts in parks. And our Parks team, many of which are with us today. They're dedicated to bringing more green space, programs, and recreational opportunities for all Lexingtonians. They're the backbone of a successful Parks and Recreation division, ensuring our parks are clean, safe, designed, and programmed for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Monica. I'm going to ask Laura Hatfield. She's going to come talk about a few official photos we're going to get with groundbreaking. But before we end our comments again, I want to say thank you to Deborah and the Kelley family. I know that John would be thrilled to be here today, and I'm sure he's here in spirit. And for everything that the Kelley family has done, as we've talked about this the last few years, and now we're seeing it come to fruition. So thank you again to the Kelley family. Laura?
Okay, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We're ready to break some ground. So for our first groundbreaking, we would ask that FGL and our speakers, along with our Commissioner Ford, come and help us do their groundbreaking.
She said something about I was completely out of the loop on the whole Mike Savage and whatever's going on, so now that's what I'm doing yesterday, but I wasn't there when Aaron was there. Is there tensions in the upper ranks?
I mean, I have no idea why you go.
At most of it was pretty quick, sort of.
Okay, wonderful. Now we invite the Kelley family up to take a picture with the mayor for the groundbreaking. Kelley family.
And Jennifer, I'm one of the other Jennifers.
Be awesome. Have a beat. I'm like, I'm always kind of staying out of this stuff just because it's like, it's just funny to be able to talk we're all fine with each other.
If you like, this is just kind of.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. And then we will have our parks team and parks board with the mayor.
Take a video of that.
Council members, can you please come up for the groundbreaking? Council members, can you please come up? Councilmember Brown? Councilmember Brown? Councilmember Fleming?
Yeah, 3 hour tour. Yeah. And maybe I should get This is really good. I applaud it.
Okay, Parks team, let's get a picture. Parks and Recreation, don't be shy. And Parks board members. Parks board members. Just 2 of you.
So now we just gotta hurry up and wait.